Hi everybody, and welcome once again to Capricorn Radio. This is your host James Swagger, and got an unusual message today. Mr. John B. Wells has put an unusual, bewildering video about piracy, somehow mentioning myself and Capricorn Radio in it. So I'm here to clear that all up today. I have some documents and emails I would like to show everybody. And I'm a man of truth, and I like to see everybody see the truth. However, John B. Wells has been a little elusive with the full truth. Before I go any further, I just want to say I'm in support of John's show. I still love you, John. Love what you do. Always was a fan of you at Coast to Coast AM and what you do now at Caravan to Midnight. I had John B. Wells on my own show, Capricorn Radio. Did a great interview with him. Successful show. Really enjoyed it. And, still there for anybody who wants to watch that or listen to that. And, after the show happened, John B. Wells rings me up late one night and, asking me who this guy Zachariah Butler is. Whom I told him exactly who he was. And, the guy leased my content on YouTube. That's my only connection with this guy. That's all this guy does for me. He leases my content on YouTube. He has production rights for my content on YouTube. By the way, which I only got one paycheck for over 6 months and got screwed. However, John knows all this. And his web guy and legal team knows this too. And so I'm a little bewildered why you released that video, John. And you didn't exactly say everything that's happened, did you, John? But let's show this to the public anyway. Like I say, Zachariah Butler, who you named in your video, has stolen all your content, Caravan to Midnight. And really what happened, John, was that you found this out, took this down, and then found out that Zachariah Butler was somehow linked to Capricorn Radio for production rights. It wasn't the way you made it out. It wasn't that you vetted Capricorn Radio and then found and vetted the Zachariah Butler. Because Zachariah Butler does not work for Capricorn Radio. He has production rights for YouTube videos. So let's show this, Here is the contract that I gave to you guys, for Zachariah Butler. And there's Zachariah Butler's web address, or, for the Capricorn Radio on YouTube, which is no longer there. It's been taken down by myself. You can see Zachariah Butler's address in Scotland. Couldn't care less about your information being out there, Zach, because you're a thief, which John quite rightly points out. And by the way, I also took this contract and sent a copy to Michael at Caravan to Midnight, and there's the email. I have MP3 recordings of all this, by the way, listeners. If anybody would like a copy of the MP3 recordings, just send me an email if you don't believe me. But here's the emails and the correspondence to John B. Wells and his legal team. So Michael at caravantomidnight.com. You can see over on the right hand side, his name is Michael Kobzinski. It's his web guy. You can see the date that the email was sent and the contract for Capricorn Radio explaining my affiliation with this said person, Zachariah Butler. And, so, what happens next? Well, I said, if I can help, I will. And, they have literally, stolen my content, this person, Zachariah Butler, and whoever else he's in partnership with, Diane Vigor. And, I've got one paycheck, as I said. And, quite rightly so, as John points out, this all started with Capricorn Radio, which really means, John, your investigation started with Capricorn Radio, because that was your only link to this guy. Because I publicly put this information online for the world to see on my website, because it was legally leasing my own content to Zachariah Butler. I'm not responsible, John, for what other people do to you, okay? You should take the people on, John, yourself, okay? However, I understand you're angry, and I understand you're a little upset. I would be too. I have my own radio show, and it's called Capricorn Radio, and it has its own members section, Capricorn members, with the MP3 pay-per-view. So, I get it, John. Yeah, I get it. So let me show you what happens next. I set up an email address for Michael at Caravan to Midnight under my website. And here it is here. Webmail.jamesswagger.com. And I set up a web name. The password is Caravan888 ? I've changed that, everybody, so don't bother trying to log into the email. It's Michael at jamesswagger.com, so that Michael at caravantomidnight.com can act on my behalf. So, John B. Wells and his legal guy has acted on my behalf and helped me take on Zachariah Butler and take down my content, because I'm a little guy fighting against a big guy, and I appreciate all your help, guys. You didn't tell the public that, John, did you? You neglected to mention that. So, let me show you evidence of that. Here's Michael's YouTube email. Here you can see Michael at jamesswagger.com. Thank you very much for your notification, the YouTube team. You can see the full legal address. Michael Kopczynski, his internet liaison. It's affiliated with jamesswagger.com. The P.O. Box in Dallas, Texas, where you're registered, John B. Wells. The username, Michael at jamesswagger.com. And you can see the number there, 214-747-7777. Anybody's welcome to go and ring that. That's John B. Wells' office team. Okay? So, Michael at jamesswagger.com and Michael at Caravan to Midnight, Mr. Michael Kopczynski, was helping me out to take on Zachariah Butler. Why you have affiliated me, John, in that manner in that video, shame on you. Shame on you, Zachariah Butler, as well. Disgusted with you and your behaviour. Anyway, there you go. That's the truth, John. Should have really done it like that in the first place. And named and shamed the right party, John. But another thing that's bewildering, John, is that you say you know more about these people than you do. Well, that's just a little generating hype, John, isn't it? That's just embellishing the truth again, because the only reason you know anything about this Zachariah Butler is because you picked up the phone to me and I told you everything you wanted to know, and more. I even got you contacts of other people that know him, and they've all given you the information that you've requested from me, from Mr. James Swagger. So, why I'm forthcoming with information and you want to paint me in that light, John? Again, shame on you. But you even know what toothpaste I use? Well, let me tell you what toothpaste I use, John. Here it is here. I use 3 different types. Actually, I don't even know what type I use, John, because I use my girlfriend's. I use one that's fluoride free, and I use one that's not fluoride free. So, 3 types of toothpaste, John. I'm transparent. Everything I do is transparent. You know what? I even have the MP3 recordings of you and Michael Kopczynski of every time he's rang, and all the answer machine messages that he's left on me. So if anybody wants MP3s, or maybe I should just release the MP3s of that as well, John. Yeah, so people can listen to the truth. Exactly. Anyway. Oceans of love and positivity, John, to you and Caravan to Midnight. I love what you do, like I said at the start. And oceans of love and positivity to all the listeners out there.